Okay, so in the middle we have the Magician reverse. So the Magician can wield all of the properties. It has the cups, pentacles, wands, and swords at their disposal. So it's having a very vast foundation of wisdom in your life and understanding certain things that other people don't get, and so they might come to you for advice, come to you for help. And in this one, for January, I feel like you when people are coming to you, for help, asking you for help, the advice you're giving is not necessarily coming from a clear space. It's coming from kind of a I want to say self-deserving, and I don't think it's intentional. I think in a way that you're actually really, really tired, Gemini. Like, this reading is interesting and lots of good things are happening, but it's just looking at it, and the vibe that I'm getting is like, Gemini, you're just tired. You've been pushing, and people have been asking you for a lot of different things, and you've been having to rise up and show up over and over and over again, and you're just, it's like you kind of just do like a flick of the wrist and like, okay, well, here, this is what you need, and it's not coming from your usually very saturated wisdom place. It's coming from, let's just get it done. I need to move on. And so it's not bad advice whatsoever, and it's not bad things that you are offering and doing. It's just that you're exhausted, so you're truly giving all you have to give, but it's not as much as you could if you could rest and take your time. All right, so in love we have the High Priestess reversed, the Initiate reversed, and then the King of Discs. So the King of Discs is an earth sign, so that could be a Capricorn, a Virgo, a Taurus. And the energy that's surrounding this is a disconnect from soul, from emotion, and a disconnect from, like, your everyday life, from, how you like, the Initiate can often be the beauty of everyday aspects, and kind of how like waking up, your schedule, like it's scheduled, it's ceremony, and so it's feeling like and I've been getting this so far for every reading I've done for January, is like this just really clear disconnect between spirit and your everyday life. Like, you feel one way, but you're doing another. And this is what's happening in relationships. It's like you feel one way, but you're saying something else to them, And so it's kind of like, and I feel like you're saying it to this King of Discs, Gemini, because you're an air sign. So this King of Discs, I mean, it could be you too, and you just have a lot of earth energy this month. And you know what, as I'm saying this, spirit keeps saying yes, 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 go with that. So that's what we'll do. So the King of Discs could actually be you, because you are feeling kind of closer to the ground, not so high in the sky, because you're too exhausted to fly. Okay. Yep, here it is. All right. So yeah, so because of this, with your relationships, with your loved ones, your partner, you just can't give them anything right now. It's like they're like, hey, I really need you to be there for me. I need you to hug me more. I need you to I want to go out with you, and you're like, that sounds amazing, because I really, really care about you, and you really do love them, but you just can't go through the motions of it right now. You just don't have the time or energy to do it. You might have the time, but you just don't have the energy. You're like, I have a whole world that I have to conquer and take care of, and you want me to go ice skating? It's not, and so it's kind of, you might be a little annoyed by this, by your partner, being like, but I want to spend time with you. And you're like, that, I love you too, but I need to do other things right now. And you have to understand that like right now, you ice skating is not a priority. If you aren't with somebody, then it's still going to be very similar. It's like you're going to meet somebody and you're just not going to be able to spend time with them. You just don't have the space in your life for that right now. And it could also be that you're just not allowing people to come into your life romantically because once again, you don't have the wherewithal to see it through. In career, we have the Six of Cups, the Guide, and the Ten of Cups reversed. So this is, Mercury is retrograde, so this could be, a childhood or a past friend, a past coworker who comes in, and you're just excited to see them. You're happy to see them. But it also reminds you of the journey that you, have needed to take, that you need to take and be on, and so I think this rekindle, this meeting from the past helps you recognize where you were and where you are now and appreciate the difference and still hold space for this past energy, this past life that you had in your career, in your job. But you are so happy that you are where you are, and that you wouldn't be happy if you would have stayed on a certain path with this work, with this person from the past. On the flip side, it could be that you meet this person from your past at work. They come in and like, hey, Bill, how's it going? I haven't seen you since we went on that work trip 2 years ago, and, it still is going to trigger a soul journey for you. But then you could also be like, dang it, why didn't I stay connected with Bill? I could have been so much happier. Okay, so think of it either way, because this one really has this split feeling. For some, it's going to be, oh my gosh, I'm so happy I am where I am, and then for half of you, it's going to be, why didn't I go on that path? I would have been so much happier. So I'm curious to see, Gemini, who is where. But the thing is this is in the darkness, and the Hermit, the Guide, is shining the light on this situation so that you can finally see the truth of it all. So either way, by the end of the month, you will know what the truth is for you in regards to your career and in regards to somebody returning from the past. All right, in finances, we have the Four of Cups, the Lovers, and the Two of Swords reversed. So there is a connection going on. There is a contract that is happening that does make you really, really happy. Some of you could be getting married. Some of you could be moving in with a loved one. And that's causing issues over here, actually. Oh, I could totally see that. Okay. So yeah, some of you could be getting married, getting a house together, moving in together, getting a dog together. But all of the fine details, everything that's going on because of this transaction, in a way, I'm saying transaction because the contract of it, this new beginning with this person is taking up a lot of time. It's taking a lot of details, and you're not being able to be like the lovey-dovey person, the emotional support that they want you to be, along with everything else. So you do feel love for them, but you're just like, I can't do what you need right now because I have to go see our realtor and make sure that the house closing goes the way it's supposed to. And so you just kind of don't want to deal with it, because you deal with your partner right now because you feel so overwhelmed with what's going on financially. And because of that, because of feeling overwhelmed with all of these contracts and everything that's going on, you freeze. You freeze and you feel like you might be making the wrong decision. But that's okay. That's okay, because it's easier than you think in this situation. The decision is much easier. Just have faith in yourself, Gemini. Yep. Okay. Yeah, you're missing something here. The Two of Swords, it could be really easy for you to decide, but you're just not paying attention to a certain detail. So relook at contracts, relook at where you are. And then in health, we have the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Queen of Discs reversed. So the Eight of Cups, yeah, transition, walking away from something, recognizing that something is no longer serving you. Now, you understand that's what you need to do, but you don't want to, and you're fighting that change. Yeah. Okay, so with health, what is happening here is you're doing something in your life that you know you shouldn't be doing, and you should be letting it go, but you have an emotional attachment to it, almost like an obsession with it. And so you're fighting this shift that needs to happen. What comes to mind is like smoking, coffee, even sugar. So it's just like it's an addiction. It feels really good. It heals an emotion for you, and so you know you should be giving it up. You know you should be walking away from it, but it's a tough battle for you. I suggest you start this battle and you do it nice and slow, and you just do it step by step by step, because it needs to happen. It needs to start now. You need to let this thing go that is becoming compulsive, and will in time really be reflected in other parts of your life if you don't nip it in the bud right now. All right, so let's call on Mother Moon. We're doing the Mother Wisdom deck. Butterfly. Transformation. And that's very much, like in all of these aspects, you are transforming into a new space. Here there's this disconnect with your lover, with your partner, but it's so that you can shift into an even better space, really strengthen who you are, so that your wisdom is stronger, and so you can make decisions in a better space. Same thing with work. Somebody from the past is coming in, and are you going to let them in, or is it time to let them go? Like, where's your happiness? Transformation. Finances, contracts are coming in, a shift in life, probably with somebody else. Somebody is joining you on this journey, but you feel very overwhelmed with all of the details that's going on. Mercury is retrograde. Pay attention to the details. But you are transforming from 1 to 2. This contract is bringing people in for you. And then health, you need to let go of something so you can transform. There we go. Let's read what they have in the book for the Mother Wisdom deck for Butterfly. And I'll just read a little bit of it. Okay. Butterfly is the winged messenger of transformation. She alights when you are in the grit of transition, nose to the grindstone. Are you averting essential change in your life? Are you resisting a new phase in your unfolding? Or are you emerging from the chrysalis and searching for a new expression of being? Butterfly tells you to shift positions in order to acquire a loftier perspective. The ever-turning wheels of fate never stop, says Butterfly, so accept change as the harbinger of your soul's upward evolution. And with that, I will say much love, joy, and blessings.